What's up world, and welcome back to Millennial Fire Kiwi. I'm your host Joe, and today we're going to look at ways to build a passive income stream large enough to retire early. Passive income is essentially any income that takes little or no effort to earn and maintain, such as gaining interest on a term deposit or receiving dividends from shares. Most people's great passive income ideas are not entirely passive, but as with many things, more involvement typically means greater returns. The main point is that your time spent is not directly linked to your returns, as it is with standard employment, when you work for a specific amount per hour or per year. Today we will cover a range of options to generate enough passive income to retire. You will either need to create multiple streams of passive income or do one extremely well. Now when I say retirement, I'm generally not referring to a grandiose exit from the rat race. To me, retirement symbolizes escaping the need to be working a specific job to pay bills or to survive. Once you have built a passive income stream sufficient to support your living expenses, you then have the freedom and flexibility to try new things without fear of financial hardship. In my case, once I reach this milestone, I plan to spend the free time working on growing my passive income streams even further and finding other ways to generate more wealth. After all, if you successfully retire by 40 and check out of regular life, you will likely miss great opportunities and eventually bore yourself into overspending. The best way to look at it is retirement simply means more time to do the things you want to do, like making YouTube videos. And if one thing you want to do is to generate more wealth, well, kudos to you. First, let's take a look at three of the more involved options. Side hustles that function like money trees. You will need to put in time and effort up front for little to no reward, but then over time, watch your efforts flourish into an income stream. In this category, we have online courses, writing ebooks, and dropshipping. Online courses have become dominant in recent years, with most big YouTube stars relentlessly plugging their own courses all through their videos, which is a bit of a shame because some courses genuinely are great, but now the market is already saturated with repackaged content that is often available for free. Despite this, if you can find the right niche that you are passionate and knowledgeable about, you can very much still strike gold. One-on-one mentoring and tutoring is a time for money exchange, so by making a full course through a series of videos, you'll be able to make profits around the clock without direct input. Effort first, gains later. Ebooks are very similar in this regard, but without needing to be informative or educational. Simply get creative, write a story, and publish it online. We've all seen how fanatical fans of cult classics can get. Why not try your hand at creating one? Other than fictional stories, you could create a guide for something you are knowledgeable on, or a book of life hacks perhaps. The options are limitless, and you never know what might catch people's interest. Finally, for this category, we have dropshipping. Dropshipping is the term for making an online store in which you never handle the product. When a customer completes an order, you have the product dispatched directly from the wholesaler to the customer. This eliminates most costs of running a business, yet allows you to profit off each order. Now I know dropshipping is more of a business than passive income, but you'll understand why I've included it in just a moment. Similarly to real estate, dropshipping is scalable in regard to how passive it is. If you want less involvement, you can outsource, but this will cut into your profit margin and potentially your reputation. Typically this is done best by having a specific theme, but you can create whatever shop you like. Other than setting the website up, you will either need to place the orders manually once received or find a way to automate this process. Alternatively, you could look into outsourcing a virtual assistant. However, there is no guaranteeing the integrity of another random person over the internet, so this should be factored into your decision. You will also need to do some online marketing to get sufficient exposure and traffic into your web store. But the more it grows, the more the algorithms will work in your favor. So, those are my three suggested choices for side hustles that require a bit more involvement, but do have the potential to snowball significantly if you put in enough time and effort up front. In saying that, just remember, I'm not a certified financial advisor, so do be sure to do your homework before going all in. Next up, we have good old high interest savings accounts. Interest from bank accounts is truly passive income, but as you will probably know, with the current interest rates, the returns are pretty dry. If you watched my previous videos, then you will know it is best to keep enough cash to cover at least 3 to 6 months of your living expenses in an emergency fund. This nest egg would be best placed in a high interest savings account. Do you regularly pinch from your savings, telling yourself you will put it back later?
You lack discipline!
I highly recommend using a different bank for your savings account, and do not get any cards attached to the account. Making the process for accessing your savings slower will help you maintain your discipline. Also, this gives you more reason to research the various interest rates offered by the competition, rather than staying loyal to the bank you have always had. Personally, I've taken this logic to the extreme and used Rabobank. Rabobank is Dutch owned and tends to have very competitive rates. But the reason it is great if you have bad savings discipline is the DigiPass. Honestly, this thing has been the bane of my life on so many occasions, but that is precisely the point. It's a form of multi-factor authentication, not only for logging in, but for making any forms of payment too. There is absolutely no way you can accidentally spend savings on a drunken night out. In the same category, we have term deposits, which can be great, but not right now. Why bother locking your money in for multiple years at such low rates when there are so many other opportunities to make better returns? Once term deposits return to gaining at least double the rate of inflation, then I might speak more on the matter. A likely better option in the current circumstances is dividends from shares or funds. And yes, most companies have cancelled their recent dividends, but in most cases, if you play your cards right, it isn't too difficult to create a portfolio that will get you dividend returns exceeding 4% per annum, which is better than any bank right now. With this being said, if you are still in the earlier stages of your life and are looking to generate a snowball of wealth, I would highly recommend reinvesting your dividends or investing in higher potential growth stocks that may not pay a dividend at all. Reinvesting your dividends is an amazing way to take advantage of compounding interest with minimal hassle. Essentially, each time you are due to be paid a dividend, instead of receiving cash in hand, you use the dividend payout to purchase more shares. Most share registries allow for you to sign up for an automated dividend reinvestment scheme online. So after a few simple clicks, you can leave your holdings to grow for as long as you like. Doing this means that once you are ready for retirement, you can request for all of your dividend paying shares to resume paying out dividends as cash. By then, the total holdings will be far greater, causing the dividend payouts to be significantly more substantial, increasing your overall passive income stream. Remember, the most important thing is to get started. Once you have your emergency fund in a high interest savings account, work on building a nest egg to experiment with. Money makes money, but like anything in this world, you learn best from mistakes. So make them early, make them fast, and try your best not to repeat them. If you're wanting to try your hand at building a dividend paying stock portfolio, I would highly recommend starting with Sharesies. Sharesies is the most user-friendly broker for beginners, allowing access to many shares and funds, and has a simple and intuitive interface. If you are thinking about signing up, then by using the referral link down in the description below, you will get $5 for free when you sign up. Everyone loves free money, so why not follow your heart and get yours too? Remember, the real milestone and threshold for achieving passive income retirement is when your passive income exceeds your living expenses. At that stage, you have the freedom to try whatever you want in this world without financial restraints. But the best kept secret is that lowering your living expenses means you will reach this milestone even sooner. Hopefully by now you're brewing up some ideas for a new side hustle. Just remember, most successful people have failed many times. The key is to learn from the mistakes and try again. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in, and much love if you have liked and subscribed. I'll see you in the next one.